Hey there, everybody. We have a new Fire Emblem Heroes calendar that's out. Woo! That's exciting, isn't it? What are we gonna talk about first? Well, let's go ahead and just take a look at what's coming up events-wise, and then maybe look at some of the quests, some login bonuses, and then at the very bottom, we'll get into all the banners. There are a lot of banners. It's like summer over here in January. There's a lot. Just take my word for it. We'll get to it in a second. But I think it's worth noting that we take a little gander at events, because there are a lot of events coming up the remainder of the month and a little bit further into February. So let's take a look. Grand Conquests are coming back. You should, if you logged in today, you should see that already, or yesterday. This is coming up the day after. It's part of my new I'm not stressing on when I get videos out as long as it's within the next 12 hours kind of mood. That's me. That's my vibe in 2022. So anyway, Grand Conquest is coming up. Augers. We have a new limited hero battle set that's coming. It's ending on the 16th. Again, that has already started. Nothing really new there. Forging Bonds. Grand Hero battle with Reeve. Some people said it was difficult. My plus 10 Micaiah said otherwise. Tempest Trials Plus. So we are in fact getting a new Special Heroes banner. And last year it was the Plegian banner, if you remember that, if you were around for that. It was kind of this other Fire Emblem hero, like other Fire Emblem world themed banner. Kind of like 12 Scions, sort of, in the sense that it was another titles like festival themed thing, and then you had heroes showing up participating in said festival, and I use that term lightly, except unlike with Scions, the characters, not all the characters, were involved in that world. So you had characters like Raphael dressing up in Plegian attire. You had Dorothea and Lean showing up in Plegian attire. Tharja was, I think, the only one, if I'm calcing back quickly. Yeah, Chris was the free unit. Yeah, so Tharja showed up. I don't know what they're going to do this time. I hope it's not Plegian themed again. I know that banner did very well for reasons, but I'm hoping that they will take us to a different world, mayhaps. And we get a look at other heroes in another title's attire, so to speak. It doesn't really work with everything, but it has to be something like very iconic. So like Hoshido has a very specifically inspired wardrobe, right? Plegian has a very specifically inspired wardrobe. If you look at Tellius, they just kind of look like fantasy medieval type clothes. Nothing really different from that, or Blazing Blade, Binding Blade, Sacred Stone. They all kind of have a similar feel to it, so I wouldn't anticipate those per se. But it could be something very unique. I'm kind of hoping that they don't just do like Academy student wear from Fodlan. But I'm not gonna speak too soon, because I know that banner would probably do well and people would be very happy about it. But I just think it would be kind of boring. But it's not to say that it wouldn't be cool if they did that, but that's my thought. I think they're probably doing something similar to that. I hope it is not another Plegian banner. I hope they branch out and don't continue with the trend like they have had with pirates and ninjas. Fingers crossed. So we've also got the Bound Hero Battle of Naui and Na. That's fun. We have an Encore Illusory Dungeon. Sweet. We have a Legendary Hero Battle for Byleth, Fodlan Star. If you were unaware, evidently the world collapses if two Legendary Byleth maps are on the same Legendary banner circle. So, Male Byleth is getting his own. Yay. So I guess we'll see what happens there. Summoner Duel R is the new ranked mode for Summoner Duels, which I still have very conflicted feelings about. I will have another video coming out semi-soon about the game mode that I think FEH needs to put in, instead of making literally everything Whale to win. But that's beyond the point. That's a topic for another day. Let's not ruin the mood, shall we? New Hall of Forms, sweet. What should that be now? I don't know. We had Fates, right? Is it Fate? No. With Three Houses? I guess it's Three Houses. Yeah, that's next. And then I think Tokyo Mirage Sessions is last. Maybe if we have Tokyo Mirage Sessions. What if? Well, they wouldn't do that anyway. But what if the new special banner was actually themed to be around Tokyo Mirage Sessions, where you had a bunch of heroes dressed as idols? That would actually sell really well. Tell me you wouldn't wail for an Erica dressed as an idol. I know you would. I know you, viewer. I am inside your head, living rent-free. Anyway, Mythic Hero Battle on the 27th, so nothing too surprising there. We have a Bound Hero Battle Revival of Ike and Julia, and I believe those are the Fallen varieties, if memory serves correct. So that'll be fun. Pawns of Loki, more Summoner Duels, so nothing too outlandishly shocking there. Hero's Journey, Voting Gauntlet, all the stuff, all the normie stuff at the end of the month. Now, you might be wondering, but Brian, we have a Tempest Trials Plus from the 17th to the 27th, and then again on the 7th of February. Yeah, well, that's because we're getting this kind of like one-off special banner in mid-January, and then in the beginning of February, we're getting Valentine's. That's going to be or I guess Day of Devotion is, I think, what they have continuously called it in FEH. It's the festival of happiness and love and heart things. So that's going to be on the 7th. So we should have a little indication of that beforehand, which is good, because there's a lot of banners coming up. And you don't want to miss all of those banners. But yes, we will have back-to-back special heroes, so get ready for that. I know it's daunting, but here we are. This is the life we're living, gamers. You'll also notice that we have the 5th anniversary celebration. That is basically going to kick off things like A Hero Rises. We should actually have some kind of news about Choose Your Legends 6 now, I think, is what year we're on. We should have some kind of news coming out on that in like the next week or two. It's usually mid-late January that voting starts, and then the winners get fully announced during the 5th anniversary, or the anniversary celebration, not the 5th, but just the anniversary in general. So that's when that will take place. So get excited for that, because that is not on the calendar. They will literally just tweet it out and then let you go nuts. But if you don't have Twitter, or you don't care about Twitter, I will do my best to break my New Year resolution of not uploading immediately as soon as something drops and giving it a spell. I will try to cover Choose Your Legends as up to date as I can, because it does only come but once a year, and everyone hates each other for it. So I will be big bro moderator, I guess. Again, YouTube is stressful. Anyway, that's pretty much everything you need to know events-wise, including Choose Your Legends voting, which isn't part of this, but will also be part of it. And there will be in-game notifications, stuff like that too. And now we're going to do a fun thing called Move the Calendar. Yay! Okay, so let's talk banners then. There's a lot of stuff that's already still happening, mostly New Year's stuff. Wait on that if you want. The Omega banner is such a scam, bro. I can't even begin to explain. Oh, God. But there's a lot of other stuff coming up too, if that may interest you. Let it interest you. So the Legendary Hero Remix is starting in like a day. So, you know, a lot of people are hyped for Erica, Lucina, Refines. Who wouldn't be? So they will be on that. I think I did cover that. I think who's going to likely be in that in the Hero Tracker video, so you can check that out if you haven't seen it yet. The summoning focus for the Tempest Trials Plus, that's going to be starting on the 14th, meaning that we should have a banner reveal or some kind of silhouettes by like the 12th or 13th, maybe even the 11th, maybe even tonight, who knows? Only time will tell. But that said, you know, that's coming up too. There's a lot of overlap here, so if you're wondering what you want to spend on, you may just have to wait like a week or so to really figure out like what is worth your time. We got heroes with Spurn or Repel. We're going to look at those options soon. Same with Luna skills, same with push skills. Double special heroes is also happening, which I think basically bridges the gap between the new special heroes event and the next new special heroes event. So I think it's very mean of IS to do that, but here we are, trying to survive all of these special heroes that are coming out. Let's see, what else we got? Dark Desert Rituals. So the Plegian banner, like I mentioned, that one is indeed coming back as well. Same with Hot Springs. I think I saw this in there too. Somewhere, maybe. Oh, Hot Springs Revival, yep, on the 20th. So there's that. And then we have corresponding like BHB banners and things like that. All the normie stuff that we get to go and find. The Tempest Trials Plus banner for Valentine's or Devotion is happening on the 5th, which again means that we should likely have some kind of idea what that is earlier in the month. More than likely, there will in fact be a FEH channel for February where they talk about the anniversary. And in the past, they have also just basically shown you what the Valentine's or Devotion banner is flat out going to be. So we may even not get silhouettes. We may just get that information like a couple days before the Tempest Trials even starts. And then we'll just have that. So that would also be kind of nice, I suppose. But other than that, pretty standard January, February nonsense where they overlap a bunch of holidays and there's just a ton of special heroes. I tried warning you all back in the fall that this was going to happen. And here we are, living our orb-depressed life. But hey, you know, sometimes things like that, you can't help it, you know? There's just a lot going on. So hey, let's take a look at those the focus banners. The skills banners, as it were, pertaining to Spurn, Repel, Push, and then I think also Luna was the last one. So let's take a little looky-loo over here. The owners of Spurn, and by the way, it may be translated differently somewhere. I'm only going to look at Spurn and Repel, but it may include anything within that family. So there's also the one where they shift either to or from. I can't remember what Repel is. I think Repel pushes the enemy back. There's Close Call, I think is what it's called, where your unit moves backwards because it can. Frenzy, I think, is also kind of within the Spurn family of skills. So those may also be on, but I'm not really going to cover them because Banner flat out said Spurn, Repel. So that's what I'm going to do. But more than likely, Close Call might be included on there as well. So the Chris's both have Spurn. Malice has Spurn. Marth, Brave variety, also has Spurn. Repel, Larce, Ike, Fallen variety. All good candidates, honestly. So overall, not like a crazy banner. I know Spurn is very good. But I don't think Chris... I think Chris has like joint drive attack as well. Chris up here, Lady Chris, has Fury 4. I don't think they'll put Brave Marth on it, given that he was literally just on the Legendary banner, but maybe. And then Malice as well. So there's a couple options, just, you know, keep in mind. I think this is the first one up. I think the second one up is the Luna banner, which is... This is basically just code for Right, so Luna, but also all these other skills, and then they're gonna put a bunch of other skills in the banner, and that is basically what this will become. It will not, you will not be pulling for Luna, trust me. You'll be pulling for something else. No, there won't be any special heroes, we know that. There won't be any like limited heroes, we'll call them, but anybody in the normal pool is fair game. They may slip in a 4-star here somewhere. That is possible. Like maybe Frederick is on there. I don't know. Hopefully not. But this is a chance to pick up some just kind of potpourri style heroes that have a bunch of other good skills that, you know, maybe are to your liking. So I don't think Luna is all that like crazy busted. I don't see anything that's like super insane in here for the normal pool. Nyx maybe is relatively newer, so she may. Malice, there's a good chance Malice does show up on one of these skills banners, given she also has Luna as well as Spurn. So, you know, there's a good opportunity for some stuff, but a lot of these heroes are just kind of a little bit older. So I don't know that anything's like too nutty. There's Sirius. Sirius is kind of nutty, so I hope he's on there. But other than that, it's just kind of a mixed bag. So we'll see what happens there. And then we have push skills, and there's a handful of push options. Not Thor. Not Bunny Bruno, not Bramamon, not Leaf, Devotion Leaf, not Heath, and I guess maybe Violin or Lex. Both of these guys are 4-star available, 3-star available even. So I maybe attack defense push they go with, but kind of hoping they don't. Attack res push, however, not really that much better, to be honest. There are a lot of special heroes, as you can see: Sephirin, Mercedes, Micaiah, Leaf, all the limited heroes, all the free-to-play heroes. There is Brady, who is available at 4-star, and then everybody else is either limited or free, i.e. Grail. And then there's also Guinevere, so Guinevere might be on there, but I wouldn't maybe hold out for that. Attack speed push, however, there's maybe a little more variety. So Sarah, she's relatively newer. I think she's less than a year old still. Limited. Brave Camilla, I guess. That's an option for you. Limited. Malice, again. Good chance Malice shows up. Rejoice, Malice fans. You have hope. Limited. Constance, I think, is a pretty sure lock for this banner. Jill may also be a pretty sure lock for this banner. Flavia, I think, is a really little too recent, perhaps. But then we have some limiteds, some frees, you know, things like that. So, you know, there's a good chance that one of those show up. But for the most part, I think attack speed push is probably going to have the better options that you're looking for. So I hope they kind of steer further from attack defense and attack res push. Because frankly, the options just aren't as valuable as the others. So I would assume that this banner is likely going to be 2 attack speed pushers and maybe a Guinevere. That would be my guess. But like I said, they have put 4 stars on there before for some kind of like availability value if you're after a push. So that might exist, but they wouldn't have the top tier skill at least. So that's something to think about. They wouldn't have the tier 4, but hey, you know what? Not my problem. We'll see what happens when it comes out. But that is basically what's coming up in Fire Emblem Heroes, with a little bit of commentary on the side. Actually, a lot of commentary. This was almost 20 minutes. So I will just close and ask you, what are you most excited for in the next couple weeks? I know that it is likely Choose Your Legends voting. So I guess you can just say that in the comment. But that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Be sure you subscribe and come back for more. And until then, I will catch you next time. Also, happy birthday, Rhea. Something on that tomorrow.